Hey there, it's Brooks here from DocumentSnap.com, and today we're going to talk about how I use my iPhone to quickly capture items for my grocery list. I want to create a paperless grocery list. So in a post that I wrote recently about paperless grocery lists, I mentioned that I use the stock Apple Reminders app on my iPhone or iPad or Mac for my grocery list. So all I do is often if there's something I want to remember to buy, I'll tap here on Reminders. I'll say I want to buy grapes, and I'm good to go. So that works really well for me. But sometimes there's a bunch of grocery items that I want to capture right away, quickly, or I have a list that say emailed into me or something like that. What I tend to do is use an app called Drafts. And Drafts, I mentioned in another blog post, is what I use for my quick capture. If I need to capture something very quickly on my iPhone or iPad, I use this app called Drafts, and I like it because you tap it and you're right away in writing mode, basically. So a lot of people really like Drafts, but what a lot of people don't realize is you can actually hook up Drafts and Reminders. So here's an example. Let's say I want to buy broccoli and spinach and leeks. So you see I've quickly typed that in, and what I can do is I can hit the share button here, and I have an option here called List in Reminders. So when I tap that, it should have sent it to our Reminders app. Let's take a look and see. Now you'll notice I'm in my Reminders app here, and I'm in my grocery list, and nothing's there. And the reason why is because if I tap here and go to all my other lists, what it will do by default is send those items to our stock reminders list. But that's not what we want. We want things to go to our grocery list. So how do we do that? Let's flip back to Drafts and see. So I'm actually in my email now, and the reason why is because I want to show you how using Drafts in this way can make it really easy for copying information in from other applications. So I'm in an email, and what I like about using Drafts is that if my wife emails me a grocery list, for example, I can just take it, copy the stuff that she's asked me to send to, flip to Drafts, and paste it in. Now, as you saw earlier, if we were to just send this to Reminders, it would go straight to our Reminders list. And maybe that's fine for you if that's what you use, but I use a special list called Grocery. So what I can do is on the very first line, I just need to type an exclamation point, type in grocery, and Drafts will know to send that to my list called grocery. If you don't feel like typing that out every time, remember that Drafts supports Text Expander Touch. So I have a text expander snippet set up, so I just have to type GGRX in my case, and it will automatically put in grocery. So now let's see what happens when we send this to Reminders. So I'm going to hit my share button again. I'm going to say List in Reminders. And let's go to Reminders and see where this ended up now. Alright, so I'm in Reminders, I'm in my grocery list, and you can see that all those items that we just sent from Drafts are automatically in Reminders as they were before, but now they're in a list called grocery. So this is exactly what I want. So that's how I very quickly capture information on my iPhone or iPad and put it into Reminders for my paperless grocery list. For more Go and paperless tips, head on over to DocumentSnap.com. Thanks a lot.